Determined, iconic, remarkable. Today we're remembering one tough mother, the chairman of Columbia Sportswear, Gert Boyle, who passed away yesterday at the age of 95. Fox 12's Kelsey Watts spoke with her son Tim today at the company headquarters. And Kelsey, there are so many stories really to remember here.
Yeah, there really are, Wayne. And she was one of those women who seemed invincible. In fact, her son tells me even at the age of 95, she was very involved in the business here at Columbia right up until the end.
So when Neil died, very suddenly one day, and they said, okay, now, what are you going to do, Gert? And I said, well, I don't have a chance. I'll just run it. And I thought it'd be easy. And I had, you know.
Was it?
No, it was hell.
This is Gert Boyle in 1994, speaking with Fox 12 about the company she led for decades. Known as the matriarch of Columbia Sportswear, she took it over in 1970 when her husband suddenly passed away. Under her leadership, it became a multi-billion-dollar company known for its ads with her face front and center.
And then you look at our ads, and they're different. And you go through a magazine, and you go through and you see these people, and then you see this little old lady, and you turn back and say, what in the hell is she doing in there?
The Spitfire of a woman overcame quite a lot in her life. She was 13 when her family escaped Nazi Germany and moved to America.
The brown shirts came, the Nazis came to her house and tried to take the family, and my grandmother, who was equally tough, just, you know, saved the family.
Mother Gert Boyle. Make her a tough mother, Jean.
She inspired the One Tough Mother ad campaign that also became the title of her 2005 autobiography and the premise for this ad with actor Zac Efron.
So what are your qualifications? I didn't recognize you with her shirt on.
In 2010, her grit became even more apparent when armed kidnappers tried invading her Westland home. But she thwarted them, hitting a silent alarm that called police and led to their arrests.
She was tough, and she liked to let people know that.
Her son says at the age of 95, she was still coming to work at Columbia and was sharp as a tack right up until the end.
The last few times I met with her, we just chatted about mostly business. She wanted to know, okay, what's going on at the company? Are you guys still having too many meetings?
A pioneer of a woman who told it like it is and who will be dearly missed.
My mom's life and her legacy was rich and well described and speaks for itself.
And Gert Boyle was also a very generous woman. You might remember a few years ago, she gave $100 million to the OHSU Night Cancer Institute. We'll have more about that part of her story coming up here tonight at 5 o'clock. For now, live in Northwest Portland at Columbia Sportswear, Kelsey Watts, Fox 12 Oregon.
Kelsey, she has really been the face of this company, and right now you're at company headquarters. Did any of the workers there share any memories of her with you?
Yeah, you know, and she is really such a part of this building, physically speaking as well. You know, when we walked in for our interview with Tim Boyle today, you can see her face up on a lot of the ads and billboards inside the company. And workers seem to all have their own stories about her, too. In fact, one of them told me her 95th birthday party was held here at Columbia back in the spring. And this worker said, you know, at 95, I didn't expect she'd stay very long. She stayed the whole time and was one of the last people to leave.
Hey, Kelsey, one more thing. You know, as we look back on Gert Boyle's life, you know how in the last 5-10 years, I think America has become more involved in trying to get women, you know, more CEOs, more in management positions, you know, try to recruit more women into leadership positions. And here, I'm thinking Gert Boyle has been here under our noses, you know, doing this, running this huge company, you know, since 1970. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
It really is. And yeah, now there's more than 5,000 people who work here at Columbia. And remember, she took this over really in the blink of an eye when her husband suddenly passed away. She'd been raising their children. She didn't go to school for a business degree, but she had the determination and the grit to make it happen in a time when that was a rarity, especially among larger companies. And so, you know, here we are today talking about Columbia because of all of the work that she put into it over all of those long years. And that is certainly one of the biggest parts of her legacy, I think, that we'll all remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thank you very much. Kelsey Watts reporting live. Gert Boyle's life story truly is an inspiration, but when she first moved to Portland, there was really no way of knowing that she would become an icon. We sat down with Boyle back in 1994, roughly 25 years after she found herself in that situation that would prove how tough she really was.
My mother, chairman of Columbia Sportswear,
honed her outerwear design skills while raising me in Oregon.
Whether on television or in print, they conveyed a genuine message. Gert Boyle was one tough mother, which became a huge ad campaign for the company.